Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. This is my review for episode 5 of The Curse. So episode 5 of The Curse just dropped yesterday. I got a chance to check it out. If you've been watching my reviews, you'll know that I have continuously said this is the most uncomfortable show on television at the moment. And that continues to be true with this episode. But I gotta say, this was definitely my favourite episode of the season. I feel like everything that has, or of the episodes that have come out so far, I feel like everything the show has done well was just like dialed up to an 11 on this episode. Everything I loved about the first 4 episodes was just like front and center this episode. The uncomfortableness of all the interactions, the uncomfortableness between Whitney and Asher, Asher being like the way he is, Whitney being, stubborn and a little bit insecure about her parents. I've loved all of it. I thought this episode was great. Also the stuff with the returning girl from episode 2, the artist, I forgot her name, but she was back in this episode and she was great. I really just loved it. I thought it was really well done. I loved the dialogue. I loved the acting. I loved it. This was a great episode. And I'm very excited for the next episode. But anyway, so let's get into it. So this episode basically centers around Whitney and Asher trying to find new buyers or fake buyers or whatever for the house for the episode that they're shooting of the show, because obviously they got picked up for 10 episodes by the network, so they need to shoot an episode where they are showing the buyer the house, right? And the initial buyers that they show the house to, who were initially real people who were going to actually buy the house, they pull out because of stuff that happens with Whitney and trying to make them sign the thing saying that they support the tribe. But then she read into it and it actually means that the tribe can claim their land whenever they want. And that sort of caused a rift. And, Asher lost his shit at the woman because she said that Whitney's a bit much. Like, I've never seen Asher like that. And it kind of felt a little bit performative. It didn't really feel like a snap. It sort of felt like he was doing that because that's what he feels like he's supposed to do, But anyway, yeah, so that was so uncomfortable. The first 20 minutes of the episode, where before the first couple pull out, was so uncomfortable. When they were showing them in the house and shooting the episode, Asher was trying to make those terrible jokes about prison gravy. I rewinded that bit about 4 times. I played it back because it was just so uncomfortable, and I was like, surely he did not just say that. It's just the way he said it, the uncomfortableness of it was just, it was really a lot to take in and was really gross. I say this all the time, but he's such a gross character, But also there is a freeze frame of, well, not a freeze frame, I paused it at the moment when he was writing notes in his phone on how to be funny on the show, and I paused it and read them, and they were so fucking awful. I think the top dot point was be self-deprecating, e.g. James Corden. It was just it was very sad to watch. I feel bad for this man because he has no natural humor, no natural talent, Obviously, I'm talking about the character, not Nathan Fielder. Nathan Fielder is a godsend. But anyway, so yeah, I thought that first part where they were showing off the house to the initial couple was really uncomfortable. And then he wanted to get the AC installed, and Whitney was like, "Oh, well, it doesn't need an AC. It equalizes itself." I'm like, "Oh, how long does that take?" "Oh, about 7 hours." And I'm like, I'm kind of on the side of the couple there. I'm like, I'm not gonna not be able to open a window or a door for 7 hours. You'd have to lock yourself in the house if you want to enjoy a decent temperature, So it's fair enough he wants to get an AC, but getting an AC defeats the purpose of having a passive home. I think these passive homes are have a lot of flaws, which is made very obvious. But also we learn, I don't know if we knew this before, but I learned that Whitney was basically given these houses by her parents. Her parents were the ones who made them, and not made them, but it's her project. They gave them to her, right? And she says that in the car with them, "This is mine, stop treating me like a child. I want to make something of my own. This is mine." When the parents come over and they want to have a party in the house or whatever. So Whitney is clearly having some trouble with her parents. Also, they want to maintain a good image about Espanola, so that scene happens where Whitney goes to see the woman who stole the jeans, and she says to the lady who's working at the store, just put it on my card, so everything that gets stolen, just put it on my card. And so they're clearly pulling out all the stops and going through a lot of desperate measures to make this area seem better than it is, to entice more buyers, because obviously if the crime rate's up, people aren't going to want to buy. But yeah, so that initial couple pulls out because of the limits with the AC, Whitney being pushy, and the declaration that they have to sign saying that the tribe, I guess, can take control of the land whenever they want, but or ownership. But yeah, so that happens, and they try to find these fake buyers, in which they initially try with the artist from episode 2, and she's just like, I feel like I thought she was just hemming it up because like she doesn't know what it's like to be on TV, but like not the actress, like the actual character. But then Whitney said she feels like she's making fun of her, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of see that. I feel like she thinks this whole thing is like a massive joke, and she's not taking it seriously. So that was uncomfortable to watch. And also, it looks like she's kind of really hitting it off with Dougie. So I wonder if that's gonna become anything, because this is a 10-episode season. We're only halfway through. So yeah, again, my initial prediction stands. I think this is all going to crescendo into something massive. Something's going to build up. Something's going to happen. I don't know what. I'm not going to say what because I don't want to be horribly wrong. But I think something big is going to happen. But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. I really, really did. So many uncomfortable moments. That end where the fake couple they found was singing to Whitney and Asher about buying the home. And you could tell by Whitney's reaction she wasn't expecting that. And I feel terrible for Whitney and Asher, even though they are like sort of coming off as not the best people. I can't help but feel bad for them. Mostly Whitney, not really Asher. I can't stand Asher, but yeah. Anyway, by the end of the episode, Whitney is pretty much in shambles. I mean, after they end up selling, or they're gonna sell the house to that massive far left or far right wing extremist guy. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that next episode. But anyway, this episode was great. Definitely my favorite of the season so far. I thought everything was great. All the acting, the comedy, the dialogue was fantastic. So yeah, the writing. That's it for my review of The Curse episode 5. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Did you enjoy the episode? Did you not? Let me know your thoughts. I'm curious to know what you guys think. If you haven't already, turn on post notifications so I don't miss when I upload. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.